Hello everyone and welcome to the next in our series of daily origami for YouTube. Today we're going to continue with our money origami theme and we're going to make a butterfly today. I've already made mine with my little fake money here to kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like, but I'll just be using regular origami paper so it's a little easier to see, and the dimensions of the paper I'm using are about 15 by 6.2 or so that's about a little less than the actual size of a real dollar bill. But if you want to kind of keep care and note to make sure that the side that you want facing up here is the side that we're going to be starting off with, and you know, you can see here kind of how it works out good with the money, that the little places that we have here for the numbers can kind of look like spots on a butterfly's wings. So put that to the side and we'll go ahead and start here. What we want to do is I'm going to start with, like I said, my color that I want to be for my finished butterfly, green in this case. I want that to be on top, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take this and fold it in half. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this first layer here and fold down so that this top edge is even with the outer edge. Then I'm going to go ahead and open it up and do the same thing on the other side too. Turn it back around so that that crease is running from the bottom left to the upper right. And then I want to just go ahead and create a crease that hits right where that crease hit on the side here. So I could just fold this part up down here at the bottom. Try to make that as straight as you can, straight across your paper. And then open everything up. So that you should have 3 lines in the middle of your paper. Now I'm going to go ahead and use those to help make a fold so that I can make the sides kind of a little bit tuck underneath here. So I have one right here. This is a mountain crease. I'm just going to pinch that and fold it up towards the center crease that I have here. Like so. And then if you turn around to this other one, you're going to need to just reverse that. That's a valley, so we'll make it a mountain, and we'll go ahead and fold then towards the center again too, and of course where our other edge is. So you should get this nice little accordion crease underneath that hides that section there. And we want to also make sure we turn it back around here so that those creases are running like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold in half here, and when I fold in half I want to make sure to fold that bottom section too as I do this. So you should get a little tiny bit on each side. Make sure anything is creased in there really good as you do this. So that you get this little tiny flap at the bottom on both sides. And then I want to fold in half this way, and you want to make sure you get a good crease down at the bottom where all that extra paper is. I'm just going to go ahead and fold this in half. Like I said, just be careful down there at the bottom. Make sure you get it nice and smoothed out. Get that started, and then you could try to line up everything else up here at the top. Then looking at it like this, I want to take this first layer and I'm going to create a diagonal crease here by just folding that out to the edge. There's a lot of paper here, so you want to do your best to try to make really good creases as you do this. I'm going to use that then to help me as I open up this layer and push everything out so that I can smoosh down on that crease I made. Now the left side is going to be really nice and easy. You're going to need to reverse the crease on the right side to make it lay down flat and nice and smooth. And then we're going to take everything and turn it over and repeat those steps on this side. So this time I'll take this part and fold it over from the right into the center, just creating the crease that I'll be using here. Open that back up, take the first layer here, fold out on the center crease. Now you do need to reverse this crease as you do that. Just gently push that over. And like I said, the right side this time will be ready for you already by being a mountain crease, and the left you'll need to fix. And just want to make sure that all of these creases are nice and smooth. so that I wind up with something that looks like this. Now the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to take everything here and fold it up so that I can give myself just a tad, a little tiny bit up here at the top. And if you're using a real dollar bill, what you'd be doing is actually using the border marker, the line that you see for the border, which is about 1/2 centimeter or so. So we'll just find a good spot here. And I guesstimate that with this one. Fold it up so I can get a good crease here. I'm going to use that crease to help me with the next fold. So open that back up again. And what I want to do is I'm going to create a diagonal crease that runs to the point where that crease and the middle crease hit up. And it's a little tricky because there's paper here in the way. You want to just kind of start it a little bit if you can and let everything kind of open up and bring that inner edge towards that crease we just made here. Try to keep that as straight as you can and get it creased out in the middle and then smooth it out towards the top. Once I've got that crease there, I'm just going to go ahead and push open actually on that point and smush it all out. And as you do, you should notice a new crease created just shy of that crease up here. And I'm just going to do the same thing on this side too. So I can go ahead and just start off opening this back up again here. Go ahead and just fold this back up and repeat those steps on the left side. So I'm just going to fold this part down along that crease, get a good crease going here, open it up, and then just take that first layer and bring it down. And again, you're going to find this new crease created here right shy of that other crease. And I'll get this one folded back out too so you can see the wings of my butterfly. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that horizontal crease that you see there and use that to be my mountain crease. And then I'm going to create another diagonal crease that runs right underneath it, and you can kind of choose how much of an angle you want to do this for. You don't want it to be too much, but I'm just going to shift up a little of this, pinch it up underneath, and try to get it into the center as sharp as you can, and then let it fan out to be a little bigger on the other side. And once you get that kind of going in your hands, then what you're going to do is just take that first layer, make sure you pinch it a little once you've got that crease going. We want it to lay down flat, and we want to make sure as we're doing this that this top crease doesn't move. So I'm going to try to pinch down up here, slowly pinch down on that new crease I made, and then go ahead and smooth out this new section of wing down here at the bottom so that you can get a new crease here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side too, and you want to try to mimic about how big of a space you created for that fold. Try to remember the width of that and try to copy that if you can on this side too so that you get something similar. And again, we just want to try to start the crease here in the middle, fold it over a little, try to get that about the same, and pinch just that top layer, get inside that little pocket kind of. Make sure the top part's folded and connected, smooth down to that new crease, and then push the rest of this bottom wing out to create the new crease there at the bottom so that you get more definition of those wings instead of them just being straight. And then we're just going to go ahead and round off these edges a little bit to make them look a little separate from what we're working on here. And I'm going to do that by just taking this little part that you see here and folding it over as far as I can to create a little triangle without putting too much pressure on where the paper edge ends there. Once I get that diagonal crease going there, I can then open it up and open this whole section up and reverse that inside so that I get kind of a nice rounded edge on that top wing there. I'll do the same thing over here. So that I can get that rounded edge of my wing. Like so. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the whole body and kind of twist it over to the right a little bit. I want to take the center here, and I'm just going to go ahead and crease it while I'm working here to get that center defined. I'm going to bring that edge of my center to this crease that I left behind this one right above here. So if I just kind of pinch it over, I can get a new crease going here. And then I'm going to take this part back here and fold it over too so that I can get these wings lined up when I do this. And there's a little bit of pull on the head area. We're going to smooth all that out in a bit here, but you want to just get the part there of the wings kind of defined. Now when we deal with these, with the head section here, I'm just going to go ahead and smooth this area out so that it can lay flat. And I'll do this side too. Kind of creating an angle on this part here. Now the next thing we want to do is try to fold down the head, and we can do that by just folding down first here, getting that tucked inside, and then try to fold in these edges as far as we can inside as well. And I'll do this side too. We want to just try to kind of pinch and hide those inside the model here so that it's not sticking out so much. You can kind of tell when you open it up, you don't want to be able to see too much of that there, so we'll hide it underneath. And then the other thing that we want to work on too is we want to take the body area that you see down here and try to smooth it out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take this whole section that you see here and try to fold it up underneath. Now there is a lot of paper here, so you want to just kind of take your time to roll that underneath if you can. And try to pinch the wings together as you do this as kind of a base of what you're working with. You do want to try to pinch this in at a little bit of an angle to just kind of smooth it out a little bit. And it helps to have nails, or you can use like a ruler or something like that to help kind of push things inside. But we want to try to create more of a smooth body line, if we can, of everything here. Get that kind of tucked in there as much as possible. And there is a lot of paper here, and it is pretty tricky, so don't be discouraged as you try to work through that and get that section smoothed out as much as you can, like so. And then we're going to just go ahead and shape out the wings a little bit here by taking some of the edge that you see here and folding it down to reveal a little bit of a triangle, kind of creating a little difference between the top and hind wing there. And I'll do this side as well. Don't pull too far there. You've got an edge that's going to stop you as you do that. And then I just want to go ahead and fold up a little on these bottom wings, the hind wings, and go ahead and hold up just a tiny little bit to kind of round them out. And then when you open everything up, you should have a completed butterfly. And there's lots of variations and ways that you can do this to kind of help make it look different ways if you like. And that should give you then your completed project for today, a butterfly. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.